proud banking partner of the Cleveland Guardians. By Marathon. Join Marathon Rewards today and start earning on every fill-up.
Good evening once again, everyone. Welcome back to American Family Field in Milwaukee. It's the Guardians and Brewers getting ready for the opener of this three-game series. Time now for the starting lineups. First for the Guardians and manager Stephen Vogt. Leading things off, Travis Bazzana, the second baseman. Brian Rocchio at shortstop bats second, with Rhys Hoskins, the designated hitter, batting third. David Fry in right field hits cleanup. Kyle Manzardo, the first baseman, will hit.
17 in a row for Drew Rasmussen. What a gem through 7 innings tonight on a one-hit shutout. All Rays tonight in South Florida, mostly because of that man.
The ricochets off his glove. There's no way. Oh my goodness.
That was insane.
Wow. And he will watch it go. 3 homers in 3 games.
This guy's ridiculous.
And another strikeout for Roki Sasaki. 10 for the first time in his career. Best game of his career. No runs over 7 innings tonight. Freeman lets one fly in the air to deep right center field. We're at the wall, and we're going home. It only takes one, and Freddie Freeman provides it. Reynolds backing up on this ball and misplays it.
Well, I don't know what happened to Reynolds here. He badly misjudged that ball. He moved back.
That's outstanding. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that, Garrett. That's a lot of work.
Thomas lost the bat and nearly took out Luis Ariza in the on-deck circle in so doing.
That's great. The umpire comes in, no catch, no catch. Camaro's like, sure I did. See? That's great. 22-year-old having fun.
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
From American Family Field, as we are about 10 minutes west of downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin, it is game number 73, as tonight the Cleveland Guardians and the Milwaukee Brewers play in game 1 of this 3-game series. Another night game coming up tomorrow night, then a day game getaway on Thursday, as this is game 1 of the longest road trip of the year. Cleveland taking part in a 9-game road trip that will take them to Milwaukee down to Houston, and then back up to Chicago. Hi again, everybody. This is Tom Hamilton along with Jim Rosenhaus. We've got Brian Montse back at Command Center. Ryan Elliott with us here in the booth.
Toward the line. Makes the catch as he crashes into the wall.
Dylan Cruz will go back on it near the wall. He's got it.
Oh, what a play by Jazz Chisholm Jr. for out number 2.
Ben's got a late start coming in. He dives and he made the catch.
Fairly deep for Reynolds. Ball carrying a bit now to the warning track.
Oh, man, he's becoming the master of robbing home runs.
Shallow center field. Diving in. Catching Cody Clemens.
Slow tapper. Ozzie again is going to have to hurry, and that was tremendous.
Chasing back is Benj on the warning track. He makes the leaping catch.
Backhanded by Bone from foul territory. Throws, and Harper applies the tag. On the run is Sosa for the line. Oh, what a play.
Bryce Matthews will get tested here. Bryce's throw coming all the way home. And he's done it again. Paredes drifting into foul territory. Peña's also there. Isa, what a play. Just reached out and found it with a basket catch. Jeremy's like, how'd you do that?
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
One of the elite teams in all of baseball. Last year got to the National League Championship Series before they were wiped out by the Los Angeles Dodgers. They have picked up where they left off, and this is a really good baseball team. On the hill tonight, Robert Gasser, 27 years of age, 6 feet 197. He's only made 4 starts this year with Milwaukee. It has not gone well. No wins, 3 losses, ERA 6.38. Not even 5 innings to start. Averaging 9 strikeouts, 4 walks per 9. He's given up 6 home runs in those 4 games. Travis Bazzana leads it off, left on left. Gasser the wind, and tonight's first pitch, and it's high, ball 1, and we're underway here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now the pitch, and it misses inside, and the count 2-0. 66 degrees outside. Now, the one thing about this ballpark, it is not air conditioned when the roof is closed as it is now. The 2-0, check swing strike. It can get a little toasty in here. That won't be that big of an issue here this evening because it's in the 60s outside, and they can open up the glass windows that surround this ballpark, give you a little ventilation. The next pitch swung on, hit high in the air to deep center. Mitchell is back toward the track, fighting the sun on the track, makes the catch. I mentioned the windows. You've got windows all around this ballpark that go from the grandstand area up to the top of the roof. And those windows right now allow natural sunlight. And this is a tough center field right now, this time of the day. That's where the sunshine is making it tough out there. Here's Brian Rocchio in the 2-hole, batting right-handed, switch hitting shortstop, and he takes down low, ball 1. So Travis Bazzana with a fly ball out to the track in center. Brian Rocchio batting .274, 5 homers, 32 RBIs. Gasser's pitch, swing and a foul tip. And the count now 1 ball, 1 strike. Gasser does not throw hard. Fastball, sinker, cutter. curve changeup, low 90s. The pitch, and it's a foul tip. Glanced off the bat of Rocchio on a check swing. He's down in the count, of 2 strikes. Gasser throws his sinker more than any other pitch, 27% of the time, but it is getting hammered at a 438 clip. The lefty from the middle of the slab, the windup and the pitch, and it sails high and wide, and the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. The left-hander lets it rip. Rocchio takes way outside, full count. Now, this is a guy that has struggled in AAA this year and on the big league level. He delivers, and it's swung on, skied in the air, shallow center. Coming in is Bowers. The right fielder gives way to the center fielder, and Mitchell makes the catch in shallow center for out number 2. For Milwaukee tonight in the outfield, left to right, Jackson Churio, Garrett Mitchell, and Jake Bowers. Andrew Vaughn at first, Bryce Terang at second. Major League debut for shortstop Cooper Pratt, David Hamilton at third, and William Contreras catching. 2 down for the DH, and former Brewer Rhys Hoskins takes a curveball strike. Boy, Rhys Hoskins loves hitting in this ballpark. He's hit 25 home runs in this park. Played here in Milwaukee for 2 years. The pitch, breaking ball, and he pops one into the third base seats. And it's an 0-2 count. Hoskins has struggled against left-handed pitching, as has the man on deck, David Fry. And that's why Cleveland thought they were in good shape against lefties with that kind of right-handed power. The 0-2. Swung on, fouled out of play to the right. But ironically, Hoskins batting 140 against lefties. David Fry 193. That's puzzling. And despite that, Cleveland's one of the best teams in baseball when they face a left-handed starter. So go figure. No score, 2 down. The 0-2 pitch. Up high, 1-2. Cleveland now is 16-8 when they face a left-handed starter. The big reason why, their left-handed hitters are hitting better against lefties than righties. It's just completely opposite of what you would think. Next pitch, way outside again. Breaking ball just didn't do anything. 2-2 count. First time Robert Gasser has ever faced Cleveland. No score, first inning. The 2-2. Breaking ball or a changeup, hard to tell, but it was outside, and he got Hoskins to lunge and swing and miss at it. Cleveland with a 1-2-3 first. Milwaukee coming to bat.
Hi, I'm Pat Moran, owner of Window World, and a proud partner of the...
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Mi trabajo es sencillo, cachar ese ritmo que solo nuestra gente tira y regarlo por toda la temporada. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Union Home Mortgage will help you unlock the value of your home and fund the promises you've made to yourself and your family. Visit UHM.com and score financial freedom today.
Union Home Mortgage Corp is an equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 2229.
Slade Ciccone, first time he's ever faced Milwaukee. No score, bottom of the first. The right-hander facing Christian Yelich DHing tonight. And Ciccone's first pitch swung on, whack to right field. Reaching out on the track to make a lunging grab is David Fry, the one-time Milwaukee Brewer farmhand. Yelich hit a seed that David Fry somehow reacted going to his left, reached out on a run and lunge on the track to catch that ball. That had a lot of topspin, no backspin, so it wasn't getting up. But you can't hit a ball much harder. One down, here's Jackson Cheerio. He takes, it's in there, a called strike. Boy, is Cheerio having a fine year now that he's healthy. Milwaukee's overcome a lot of injuries early, and that's why they're rolling now. They've got these people back healthy. Cheerio, one of them, takes down and away. He took part in the WBC and got hit in the hand and fractured his left hand, so he was out the entire month of March and April, didn't come back until May 3rd. Now the 1-1, and he taps it foul behind the plate, 1-2. What a player. Cheerio, batting .322, 9 homers, 26 RBIs, runs well. He's the older brother of Cleveland Guardians farmhand Jason Cheerio. Now the pitch. Jackson takes down and away, and tell you what, the younger brother may get to Cleveland sooner rather than later. He started in A ball and now tearing it up at AA Akron. Jason Cheerio on the year batting .325, 6 homers, 22 RBIs, 14 steals. The Cheerio brothers can really play this game. The 2-2 swung on, hit in the air, deep left center. Kwan going back on the track near the wall, almost collided with Fairchild and made the catch. Well, that's all Cleveland needs, an outfield collision. But Kwan got back near the wall, and Fairchild peeled off at the last moment. Well, Milwaukee's not been fooled. 2 batters in, 2 balls that almost got out of here. But 2 outs, nobody on. No score, first inning. And here's Bryce Terang. Left-handed hitting second baseman. Slow roller into right. Diving attempt by Lozada. Knocked it down in right and took up about 4 feet of sod. Rosie, that looks like one of your divots around the green.
Nice little sirloin right there.
Wow. And Bazana's okay. Obviously, that turf is a little loose and a little wet. They have to obviously water it. It is grass. I don't know if we've ever seen a player take up that much turf going to make a diving stop, and the turf really stopped Bazana from making the play.
Hey, he's been kind of perfecting that play where he'll slide in the hole, smother the ball, and then have enough time to throw out a base runner, but no chance there.
So a runner on, it's Bryce Terang, who has a dozen steals. Milwaukee likes to create chaos on the bases. 2 down, first inning, no score. Catcher William Contreras hits one on the ground to short. Rocchio flips to second, and a quick first inning for Slade Ciccone. Boy, is Milwaukee aggressive early in the count. No score after 1. This is the
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
bubblegum blowing contest. It was fun. It was at a time when Topps included bubblegum in their baseball cards, and that was the gum we used. These are all my baseball cards. The Topps one is right there. It's developed into somewhat of a big nostalgic thing, and there are a lot of people that, you know, that's one of their favorite baseball cards. It's kind of crazy.
Unbelievable at bat by this guy, Brett. Solid that high drive, deep drive, take a good look.
David Fry, 7th round pick by Milwaukee, leans off the second, no score. Left-hander Robert Gasser's pitch, and it's at the top of the zone, a strike. David Fry came to Cleveland for relief pitcher J.C. Mejia 4 years ago. The next offering almost hit him with a curveball all the way to the backstop. 1-1 the count. David Fry batting .237, 3 homers, 8 RBIs, and boy, Cleveland needs a lot of people to pitch in now with all the injuries. Gasser into the motion, the 1-1. High, ball 2, 2-1. Jose Ramirez had the broken hamate bone removed from his left hand. He'll probably be out anywhere from 5 to 7 weeks minimum. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, popped him up foul, third base side. Not a lot of room here in foul ground, and so it's a 2-2 count on the souvenir. Aniel Martinez has a non-displaced foot fracture, which means the bones are all set the way they need to be. No surgery needed, but he can't do anything for 4 to 6 weeks. And who knows on Chase DeLauder? He's still active, not in the lineup. He has a hairline fracture of that rib. Now the pitch. And it's fouled back. We'll do it again at 2-2. DeLauder can play with that hairline fracture of the rib. The problem is he can't afford to have any kind of a collision or bang into a wall again. And whether or not he can play through that kind of pain. The 2-2. Swing and a foul back. It's not so much can he play through the pain. He's tough enough. It's just sometimes that can really inhibit what you're able to do swinging the bat and whatnot. So right now he's active, but it's day to day. He could also end up on the injured list. Now the 2-2. Backdoored him and just missed outside with a curveball. Full count. So Petey Halpin's up on the bench tonight, up from AAA. And if you missed the manager's show, opportunity now. The pitch, swung on, popped up foul, third base side. Good at bat for David Fry. He'll see at least 9 pitches. Hey, guys like Ralphie Velasquez, Khalil Watson, Angel Henao. Those guys are close to being Major League ready. They may get an opportunity, they or somebody else, depending on what happens here going forward. Payoff pitch. Curveball, hammered foul, upper deck, third base side. But it is brutal to lose 3 of your best offensive players in 5 innings of a game. But you know what? Nobody in baseball feels sorry for Cleveland.
Tom, you've been doing this a long time. Do you ever recall that many players going down that quickly?
Not 5 innings.
Yeah.
Not that serious either. The payoff. Breaking ball, pounded foul into the upper deck, third base side. We'll do it again at 3-2. I mean, it's one thing to have guys banged up. Broken hamate, broken foot, broken rib.
Boy, did the mood change quickly. A nice win. Using everybody in different spots.
Beating Tarek Skubal.
Yes, and then you get the news right after the game about Jose Ramirez and the hamate ball.
No score, second inning. The windup by Gasser and the pitch. And he walked him. What an at-bat by David Fry. An 11-pitch walk. And he threw him a 3-2 changeup because he was so flustered with Fry fouling everything else off. So David Fry aboard on the 11-pitch walk to start the second. And let's see if that leads to any residual effect on Robert Gasser the rest of the inning. Here's Kyle Manzardo. Runner on, nobody out, second inning from Milwaukee. The pitch and a breaking ball outside a ball. We are right off I-90, I-94 here, just about 10 minutes max west of downtown Milwaukee. That's where this park is. The pitch is high. This is where County Stadium was, behind the home plate area, which is now a parking lot. That was built in the early 50s, and then this beautiful ballpark opened up in 2001. Now the 2-0 pitch. And a fastball in there, 2-1. And this has become, and always has been, one of the best baseball cities in America that never seems to get the recognition it is due for the way they follow their team. The pitch is waved at, 2-2. The Milwaukee Braves were the first team in the history of baseball to draw 2 million fans. Milwaukee Braves, back in the 50s. Not the Yankees, not the Red Sox, not the Cubs. And now the Brewers this year averaging almost 32,000 a game again. The 2-2, just a bit wide, full count. No question the roof helps in April and May, but in the month of June, they're out drawing teams when the weather is good, roof or no roof. Now the payoff pitch. Just a whisker outside. Boy, Gasser is not missing by much, and Cleveland is not expanding, and no challenges. And the catcher, William Contreras, heading out to the mound. Back-to-back walks. David Fry at second, Kyle Manzardo at first. Nobody out here in the second, and with limited offense right now, Rosie, you may not get many opportunities against one of the best pitching staffs in baseball. You cannot not capitalize.
Biggest difference between the two teams, hitting with men in scoring position. Here's an opportunity for the Guardians to cut into that gap a little bit and try and get on the board. Well, Milwaukee thinks Stuart Fairchild is bunting. They pinch in at the corners. 2 on, nobody out, second inning, no score. Gasser's ready and the pitch. And it's in there, strike, did not show bunt. These clubs mirror each other in a lot of ways. They do the little things like bunt. Both run like crazy. Both really catch the ball. Both really pitch well. The pitch down and in. But Rosie pointed out the most significant difference. Milwaukee in the clutch, second in baseball. Cleveland in the clutch, 27th in baseball. The 1-1. Waved at 1-2. With men in scoring position, Milwaukee's second best, only Atlanta better. Brewers hit .281. Cleveland, fourth worst at .229. Opportunity here, 2 on, nobody out. The 1-2 pitch to Fairchild. And he swings and misses at a changeup. So the runners stay at first and second, 1 down in the Fairchild strikeout, the second for Gasser. 1 down here in the second inning. And the batter will be Stephen Kwan. Left-handed hitting left fielder. And boy, again, does Cleveland need Kwan to get back to being Stephen Kwan of years past. The pitch, up high, a ball. This guy in his first 4 years was one of the best
hitters with men in scoring position in the American League. Left on left. Gasser's ready. And the pitch. And it's in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. His sinker, 92 miles per hour. Cleveland's catching a break. They're not facing Milwaukee's 2 best pitchers this week. The 1-1. Swing and a foul tip. He chased a pitch up and in. 1-2 the count. No Jacob Mizorowski. Cleveland won't have to deal with that guy. Nor do they have to face Kyle Harrison. Now the 1-2 pitch. Down and away, 2-2. Mizorowski's all-world. 131 strikeouts in 87 innings. A 1.34 ERA. And Kyle Harrison, 8-1 with a 2.47 ERA. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, double play ball to short. Pratt to second one. Terang turns it. 2 on, nobody out, and Cleveland does nothing. No score in the middle of inning number 2.
Stuck in a dead-end job, kick your career into high gear.
Oh, Bichette has hit his 2nd home run of this game, and this one comes with the bases loaded.
Swing and a high fly to right. Burleson's horn in 4 straight. How far's that one going? Halfway up the upper deck.
Fairly deep, going back to the wall goes Simpson, jumps up, and Simpson's got the ball. He took one away. But maybe it's about time Joe Adell had a home run taken away from him.
His 2nd home run of the inning and his league-leading 24th of the season.
He has 6 RBIs in the 1st inning. The big man putting on a show in KC.
He's done it! A complete game shutout for Jacob Mizorowski, and he strikes out 15.
What a performance.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
No score, bottom of the 2nd. The right fielder and number 5 hitter, Jake Bowers, having a career year to lead off against Slade Ciccone. What a campaign for Bowers. Now the set and the pitch. And it's in there. Bowers hitting .276, 13 bombs, 46 RBIs. Bowers leads Milwaukee in home runs and runs batted in. The 0-1 pitch. Down low, 1-1. Slade Ciccone, fastball, sinker, cutter, curve, and slider. He has really pitched well his last 2 times out against the Yankees, both times. The pitch inside and low, threw him the curveball, 2-1. Back-to-back starts against the Yankees, and he worked 11 innings in those 2 starts and only gave up 3 runs. Now the 2-1 pitch. Backdoored him, called strike. Good slider, 2-2. Milwaukee is 3rd out of the 30 teams in baseball in runs scored, almost 5.5 a game. 4th in baseball in batting average. 5th in doubles, 4th in walks, 3rd in steals, 8th in OPS. The thing they don't do, hit many homers. The pitch low, full count. Brewers 27th in baseball in home runs. Cleveland 24th. Cleveland actually has 3 more home runs than Milwaukee. Now the payoff pitch to Bowers. Swung on, skied in the air to left, not deep. Toward the line, Arias out, Kwan in. Kwan calls him off, and the left fielder retires Bowers. Here's Andrew Vaughn. Well, when Cleveland bats, it's the Conrad Score 4 win for new tires. Tonight's contestant, Janine Roof of Findlay, trying to win the Bridgestone tires in the first 4 innings from Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care. Visit econrads.com to enter. Here's Andrew Vaughn. What a pickup this was. Takes outside a ball. Traded Aaron Savali to the White Sox for Andrew Vaughn. And Vaughn is why Rhys Hoskins is no longer a Brewer. The 1-0 pitch in there. Vaughn hitting .354, couple of homers, 18 RBIs. He, too, fractured his left hand and didn't play his first game this year until May 3rd. The 1-1 waved at it, 1-2. Dollar Bank, the proud banking partner of the Guardians, 28 locations in Northeast Ohio, ready to provide solutions to help get you there. Now the 1-2 pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2-2. No score, bottom of the second inning from American Family Field in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now the 2-2. Swung on, rolled to short. Rocchio gobbles, sets, throws, 2 down. These two teams were rivals for many years. Remember Milwaukee, when they moved from Seattle and went from the Pilots to the Brewers in 1970. They were an American League team. And then Cleveland and Milwaukee were American League Central Division rivals for 4 years before Milwaukee moved to the National League in 1998. First ball swinging, banging it on the ground to first is Garrett Mitchell. Charging and grabbing it, Manzardo steps on the bag, and another quick inning for Slade Ciccone. Boy, he's got
the MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game, these games, all the games, pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
6 scoreless tonight for Zach Wheeler.
Gave up a couple of hits, struck out 9. Just a dominant performance. Walked a few, didn't have his best stuff, but shut him down for 6 innings.
At the wall, he leaps and makes the catch! No! He did it again! Merrill Robbs a home run. Timed the leap and brought it back.
Now that is an exciting baseball play right there.
Did he do it again? Yes, he did!
How about that? Colt Keith has a 3-homer game.
Houston is Colts Town tonight.
The calendar says it's June 15th, but tonight it's May 3. That's a shutout for Dustin May. Light up the night as the Cardinals celebrate a great pitching performance.
Well, he's done it backwards. Homer triple-double. I've never seen that before.
He has done it. Pete Crow Armstrong has hit for the cycle. Listen to these fans.
His world, and we're living in it.
Here's Gabriel Arias. He's back in the lineup after the hamstring injury. No score, third inning. Waves at the first pitch from the lefty Robert Gasser. Arias is not ready to play every day. Right-handed batter, the pitch, and he sends a liner to right, base hit. He took a changeup the other way instead of rolling over it, and an encouraging sign for Gabriel Arias. When he's at his best, he hits the ball the other way. He only played 10 games before he got hurt in April. Now catcher Austin Hedges, 269 mark, a homer, 9 RBIs. This, of course, is the Hyundai Grand Slam giveaway inning. And Bob Gamola of Hinckley trying to win the Hyundai Kona from your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers. Cleveland with its first hit. Hedges takes high and wide, ball 1. Be like Bob Gamola and visit HyundaiGrandSlam.com. Your chance to enter and win. No score, third inning. One of the great hitters' parks in baseball. The pitch in there, a strike. Michael Brantley always said this, he thought, was the best hitter's park in all of baseball. Ball carries well. The element's not usually a factor. Great backdrop for the hitter. The pitch in there, 1-2. The massive video board sits high above the batter's eye in dead center. And sometimes you wonder about the dimensions here because this ballpark plays a lot smaller than what the dimensions say. No score, third inning. Runner at first for Cleveland is Arias. Hedges awaiting the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swung on, fouled out of play to the right. Hey, when you've got rust to bust, use PB Blaster. Cleveland original since 1957. PB Blaster, always working like a pro. Robert Gasser hasn't won a game this year in AAA or in the big leagues. Now the 1-2. Curveball, a little squibber headed towards second. Charged by Terang. Tries to tag, throws, got him. And he did get the tag on Arias. Couldn't tell from here if Arias avoided it or was tagged. And Terang turns Milwaukee's second double play in his last 2 innings. 4-3. And top of the order and Travis Bazzana. 2 outs, nobody on base. Bazzana started the game with a fly ball to the track in center. Left on left, 2 down, nobody on, third inning, no score. The wind and the pitch, and it's waved at. At AAA this year, Gasser made 7 starts, didn't have any wins, 3.38 ERA. The pitch is high, 1-1, 0-3 with the Brewers, 6.38 ERA. This is a guy that was out after Tommy John surgery. So in essence, missed all of last year, had that surgery in August of 24. The pitch, and a check swing strike, 1-2 the count. He was part of the package when Milwaukee acquired him. Came from San Diego in the Josh Hader deal. Now the 1-2. Outside a ball, 2-2. Matt Arnold, the outstanding head of baseball ops for the Brewers, might win Executive of the Year on one trade. Getting 2 starting pitchers for Caleb Durbin. The pitch, swung on, pounded, foul, way down the right field line, way into the upper deck. 2-2. Kyle Harrison, told you him before, 8-1, 247. And the other starter we're going to see tomorrow night in Drowan, they both came in that trade with Boston. The pitch, Bazzana sends one in the air, medium deep center. Mitchell's camped under it. Cleveland finally got a hit, but another double play erased it. We are scoreless in the middle of inning number 3. This is the Cleveland.
Ground ball towards second. It's more from Marte. Sliding grab. What a play. Hernandez. Hernandez is going back at the wall, and he made the catch.
Jackson Merrill back at the wall. He leaps and makes the catch. Merrill robs a home run.
That is stroked to left field. Newbar dives. He makes the catch.
Austin Martin sprawling out with another spectacular catch.
Converging are Pete Pro Armstrong and Ian Happ. Pete makes the sliding catch.
Tucker will pick it up. They're going to send a runner. Throw to the plate. Tucker,
Rolled to third. That's a fair baseball. It's Keith making a play.
Left side of the infield. Mason Wynn has it. His throw to first. He got it. Ball to short. Mason Wynn. He's got it. Runs to the bag. Throws on the run. And he got it.
What a play by Mason Wynn. One of his best of the year.
Chasing it, Peraza, long run, and Peraza makes the catch. Ground ball to third. Backhanded by Beatty. Long throw across the diamond, picked by Wagaman in time for the out.
Two-run double.
Hey Guardians fans, are you thinking of consolidating your debt with a home equity loan? With the average homeowner having over $200,000 of home equity, hit it out of the park with Union Home Mortgage, the official mortgage partner of the Cleveland Guardians.
Union Home Mortgage Corp is an equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 2229.
A standing ovation for the Major League debut at the plate of rookie shortstop Cooper Pratt. No score, bottom of the third inning, and he takes a strike. That's why I say this is one of the great baseball cities in America. Not many kids get their first at bat in the big leagues, and everybody in the park is standing and roaring. Pratt up from AAA Nashville, the pitch, and he banks one on the ground up the middle. Rocchio to his left, clubs and throws him out. Cooper Pratt is brought up now because, one, he's ready defensively, and they're looking for more offense from the left side of the infield. And Pratt, one of 3 Milwaukee Brewers that were signed to long-term contracts before they ever played a day in the major leagues. Pratt got an 8-year deal worth $51 million while in the minors. David Hamilton bunts towards the mound. Ciccone gloves, throws, just did get him. David Hamilton leads the major leagues with 10 bunt singles, and he almost had another. Wow, did he get down the line. 2 down. Ciccone looking terrific. No score, third inning, and when the Guardians win, Northeast Ohio Ford dealers give $500 to Cleveland Guardians Charities for Youth Sports. Top of the order, Christian Yelich smoked one to the track and right his first time, caught by Fry. Takes a called strike. Slade Ciccone pounding the strike zone tonight and not making many pitches. Only at 24 here in the third. The pitch in the dirt. Through 3 innings, Robert Gasser has made 55 for Milwaukee. Christian Yelich missed a month with a groin injury. Now the 1-1 waved at. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That looked like that good slider that Ciccone had shelved for a while because he said it was awful. Well, he worked on it on the side, and he's used it more the last couple of starts. The pitch, and it's inside, missed with a fastball in the mid-90s. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. No score, third inning from American Family Field. Now the 2-2. Swung on a weak bouncing ball. Bazana gets rid of it in a hurry. Second baseman throws out Yelich. And Slade Ciccone dominant through 3. Scoreless in Wisconsin.
Valley slams it Deep left center. Kittle turning around. Goodbye, home run. No, it hit the roof. It hit the roof and came back in. He may have it inside the park home run. No, they're going to hold him. They can't. He went through the sign. Fisk has got him. There's one for the books.
Turns out a minor tune-up to the Dodgers lineup may have Mookie Betts firing on all cylinders.
It's gone! There's the feel, there's the results.
Dave Roberts decided to give Mookie a new perspective on Tuesday, dropping him from his usual two-hole down to the cleanup spot for the first time since 2017. Safe to say, Mookie's slumbering bat woke up.
And this ball is gone. A home run as Mookie announces he is back.
Betts went atomic against the Rockies, launching 2 homers and driving in 5.
Well, Betts in that cleanup spot, and that's exactly what he's been doing with runs. He's been cleaning them up.
And hey, shout out Andy Pajes. He shifted up into the 2 spot, racked up 4 hits, and extended his MLB leading RBI total. The Dodgers have been winning and are on top in the NL West, but getting Mookie Betts back to his old self makes their chances at a three-peat look a whole lot better.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
No score. Brian Rocchio leads things off, 4th inning, facing lefty Robert Gasser. Here's the pitch to Rocchio, and he swings and fouls it back for strike 1. Jim Rosenhaus along with Tom Hamilton. We are at American Family Field in Milwaukee. Ryan Elliott, our on-site engineer. Brian Matze back home at Command Center. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. This is the home of the best bratwurst in the land. Oh, man. They rolled him out over next to our booth before the game. Yes, sir. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, ground ball deep in the hole at short. Pratt plants, throws high, and airmails it above the reach of the first baseman, Vaughn. And Rocchio's aboard, and he'll advance to second on a throwing error by Pratt, as that's an error all the way on the rookie, Cooper Pratt. It looked like Pratt didn't quite have his feet lined up and set. Maybe a little slippage there as he went to plant, and the throw went flying way too high for Vaughn to handle. Here's Rhys Hoskins, struck out his first time up. How did you grow up in this part of the country and not just live on those things? Hoskins struck out first time. Here's the pitch from Gasser. No, he steps off.
You haven't even had the good ones yet.
No. Those are not the best you can find.
I bet Ryan could cook up some good ones.
Here's the pitch, and Hoskins swings and pops it up high in the air, first base side, foul ground, room for Vaughn, and he makes the catch. And there's no advance by Rocchio, who remains at second base. Yep. This really is a fun stop that we come to every other year now. Has some similarities to Cleveland for sure, Midwest. Here's David Fry, walked his first time up. The pitch from Gasser is swung on and bounced to the third baseman, dug out by Hamilton, fires to first in time for the out, and again, Rocchio has to stay at second. But certainly a big difference here. Boy, what they've done with their waterfront here.
Well, that's what you get excited about in Cleveland, is what they're talking about doing with the lakefront. That needs to be done, and people don't believe us. Go to the lakefront in Chicago, or go to the lakefront here in Milwaukee and see the possibilities.
Here's Kyle Manzardo, the pitch to him, in there for a strike. 0-1 the count on Manzardo.
Not many cities are blessed to be on a lake, a great lake. Take advantage of it.
Here's the 0-1. Swung on, and there's a high fly ball to shallow right, creeping in and over to make the catch is Bowers. And it's a quick inning for Gasser, despite the error that allowed the leadoff batter to reach. We head to the bottom of the fourth.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Wow. Old school D-backs jersey. This is our alternate jersey that we wore on Saturdays. I was the first team to wear the new colors. They called it Sedona Red. Don't mess up that color. Every time I wore this jersey, I would wear the high socks, black jersey, black hat. I just thought it was a really smooth look, and this is one that I'll never forget.
Marcelo Meyer will lead off 2-1.
Driven high into right field. That thing is one. It is back in the track. It is at the wall. It is gone. He does get high. A homer. And we are tied at 1.
Oh, it's obliterated. Oh, how good did that feel? He got a backup sweeper left on left. It stayed middle in. And this thing about hit the circus tent here and on the roof. That was a bomb.
U.S. IKEA. Dream the possibilities.
Slade Ciccone back at it, bottom of the fourth. No score here in Milwaukee. Jackson Churio steps in, swings and misses at the first pitch for strike one. Like a cutter that time. Churio fly to deep left. Stephen Kwan made the catch at the wall and left back in the first inning. Here's Ciccone's 0-1. That's in there for a strike. Good off-speed pitch. Might have been the slider again. Churio, 7-game hit streak, hitting .457 with 5 homers during that time. Here's the 0-2. Outside for a ball, 1-2. Tom mentioning earlier some injuries early. But since Churio, Vaughn, and Yelich return, this team's 30-13. Now the 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. A beauty of a cutter that time from Slade Ciccone. So one away, and Bryce Turang will step in. Make your favorite players all-stars. You can cast your 2026 Konami eBaseball MLB All-Star ballot daily by visiting MLB.com/vote. First pitch swinging, and Turang fouls it off at home plate for strike one. He reached on an infield single his first time up. That's the lone hit for the Brewers. And the Guardians also have only one hit in this scoreless fourth inning. Now the pitch. Off speed, just missed outside. Guardians and Brewers met back in Cleveland a year ago. Guardians took 2 of 3. Here's the 1-1. Outside, 2-1. That was before the Brewers really got it rolling. They were still under 500 in mid-May a year ago, but then went on to post more wins than any team in baseball during the regular season. Now the 2-1. That's in there for a strike. 2-2 the count on Bryce Terang. Ciccone delivers, and his pitch is down low for a ball, and the count runs full. 3-2. Just the start of 9 in a row away from home. The 3 here, then 3 over the weekend in Houston. And then next week, early next week, the Guardians will take on the White Sox for the first time. And those two teams, Cleveland, Chicago, came in a virtual tie for first in the division. The pitch swung on, and there's a high fly ball, deep right center field. This one's way back and gone. Terang goes deep to right center, and the Brewers take a 1-0 lead. And again, the ball will fly here, and that time, that one way out of here, off the bat of Terang. His 11th of the season. If you don't have excellent command to this lineup, that is exactly what can happen. William Contreras will step in. Here's the pitch, and it's swung on and bounced to third, off the glove of Arias, and it trickles out into left center field. Big turn by Contreras, but he'll stay at first base on what should be an error on Arias, you would think. And again, Gabriel Arias, we haven't seen much of him at third base in his career. He does have experience there, but mainly a shortstop, and he is charged with the error here in his first game at third base this season. In his first game back from the injured list. Now Jake Bauers, the pitch to him on the outside corner, strike one. So it's 1-0. Guardians trailing. The home run by Bryce Terang. Here's the 0-1. Down low for a ball. Fastball that time from Slade Ciccone. Still plenty of daylight outside. Again, the roof is closed here at American Family Field, but some peaks of sunshine on parts of the field. The 1-1 swung on. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. Bazzana flips to the bag for one. Rocchio fires to first in time. Double play. So Ciccone limits damage in the fourth, but the Brewers take the lead on the Terang home run.
South side of Chicago, where are you at? This was the first time I got traded, but I was so excited to wear these pinstripes and be a South side of Chicago boy. This jersey right here is an all-star jersey. You can see on the back the all-stars and the all-star patch there. Being an all-star and being who I was called over there to be was something I was real proud of.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
We've run into all kinds of weather so far this year, and this is the first time we've run into a fog.
They're going to have Bonds hit a pop-up and see if they can catch it.
There goes one. Now, let's see where that is. I have no idea where it is. There's a lone figure standing out in right field, and only he knows who he is. It's like a set from the Hound of the Baskervilles should be coming out soon.
Fifth inning underway here in Milwaukee, where the Brewers have a 1-0 lead. Stuart Fairchild opens, shows bunt, and he takes a strike as he pulled the bat back, but Robert Gasser uncorked a nice curveball that dropped on the inside corner. The left-hander Gasser looking for his first win of the season. Here's his 0-1 to Fairchild. Swung on, foul back into the net. 0-2 the count. This message from Cleveland Clinic: brain health matters as much as physical health. Keep your brain in the game with physical activity and healthy habits. And trusted care from Cleveland Clinic's Neurological Institute. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fairchild down on strikes for the second time tonight. That's the third strikeout recorded by Gasser. Here's Stephen Kwan. Bounced into a double play his first time up. Guardians have hit into 2 double plays tonight. They've had some base runners, but just the 1 hit so far. A couple of walks. Another runner reached on an error. There's a breaking ball strike on the outside corner. Now, game 1 of life without Jose Ramirez for the next 5 to 7 weeks. The 0-1. Breaking ball down low, 1-1. And the Guardians trying to figure out how to put up runs without their all-star third baseman. Now the 1-1. Outside 2-1, and again, it's not just Posey, and unfortunately, same game. Angel Martinez, he's going to miss significant time with that non-displaced fracture in his left foot, and Chase DeLauder's day to day. The 2-1 swung on, foul back and out of play, and all of that is on our injury report presented by Elk & Elk, serious lawyers for serious injuries. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Eric Sabrowski scheduled to make another rehab start, or appearance, should say, this week. The 1-1 is swung on and lifted high in the air to left, but plenty of room out there for the left fielder Churio, who makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down for the Guardians here in the 5th. Here's Gabriel Arias, who singled in his first at-bat back. He had been out since early April with a hamstring injury. Here's the pitch to him, and it's outside and high for ball 1. Arias suffered that injury running to second base, trying to leg out a double on April the 7th. Here's the 1-0. Fastball in there for a strike. Arias playing third base, opened the year as the starting shortstop for the Guardians. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss late on the heat at 92 from Gasser, who tries to mix his pitches well to set up that fastball in the low 90s. And that time he set it up well. Here's the 1-2. In tight. Try to sneak it on the inside corner. 2-2 the count on Gabriel Arias. Two down, base is empty. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul back into the screen. Same 2 teams tomorrow night, same first pitch time, 7:40 Cleveland time. And day baseball on Thursday. The 2-2. Low and inside for ball 3. So Arias has worked the count full. As Gasser stays in that good rhythm, he's right back into his windup. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Arias down on strikes to retire the side. Couple of strikeouts in the inning for Gasser. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Brewers 1, the Guardians nothing.
Our yoga instructor challenged us to find inner peace. I found it faster than anyone. After 4 seconds, I stood up and screamed, "I found Nirvana! I win!" They asked me to leave. I guess they don't respect winning. Bet365 does that.
No, it wasn't not me. No, not me.
They were talking accountability here.
Not me.
Vaughn was there, Terang was there, and none of them caught it.
Because he's a sorcerer or whatever that thing was. Wizard.
Got the hat. Okay. Smooth out there.
Poor fan. He's like, I'm never going to see that hat again.
That's a tough play for the fans, too, right? You don't have, yeah, ouch.
Dude, I'm only even down. I'm grabbing onto one of Cecil's legs, holding on for dear life. If it gets any tougher, guarantee you Cecil's not going anyplace.
And Senko, towering pop-up. This ought to be interesting. It's coming back toward first base. Fielder can't get it.
This is actually maybe the first time that I recall they're going to call a game on the wind.
Well, they're going to stop it.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to be the judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
I love a steak. No vegetables.
No vegetables?
No vegetables.
No, it's just straight protein?
Yeah.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Vaughn steps in to lead things off, bottom of the 5th inning. Brewers in front 1-0. Coney back at it. Here's his pitch, and it's in there for a strike. Vaughn bounced to short his first time up. Just 2 hits allowed by Ciccone. They've both been to Bryce Terang, and the second was his solo home run last inning. That's the difference. The 0-1 just missed outside. Staying with the hard stuff. 1-1 the count on Vaughn. Garrett Mitchell is next, and then the rookie Cooper Pratt. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, foul off at home plate. 1-2 the count on Vaughn. Last 25 games hitting at a .387 clip. Here comes the 1-2 from Ciccone. Just missed outside. Oh, that harder breaking pitch that time. Here comes Ciccone's 2-2 delivery. That's in there. Called strike 3 at the knees. Vaughn caught looking. Another strikeout for Ciccone. That's his second. Here's Garrett Mitchell. Mitchell bounced to first his first time up. Another player on a hot stretch. Last 22 games hitting at a .320 clip. A lot of hot Brewers right now. Here's the pitch. Fastball strike on the inside corner. They had the most recent National League co-players of the week. Jacob Mizorowski for that gem last Friday night against the Phillies. And Jackson Churio is hotter than any hitter in baseball right now. Here's the 0-1. And it's bounced in there for a ball. 1-1 the count on Mitchell. It seems like every Brewer runs well, plays good defense. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, and there's a high pop-up foul. Left side out of play. 1-2 the count.
You know, it's interesting, too, Rosie. Since they traded away Josh Hader, they don't have that one guy in the back end of the bullpen that they've had here, it seems like every year.
Here's the 1-2. Up high.
I don't know if that would ever be a a thought for them. They have one of the best farm systems in the game. You know, they've been in the playoffs every year but one this last decade.
The 1-2 pitch is bounced to first off the glove of Manzardo, backing up Bazzana, who throws back to first but not in time. Mitchell's too fast for that, and he's aboard with one out. Well, you wonder how active Milwaukee will be at the trade deadline because, I mean, it's there for them to make a good run in the postseason.
And they look like they're going to be good for a while. It's not that you just sell out, but, you know, you get to a point that at one of these years, they haven't been to a World Series, Rosie, since '82.
Up to the plate, Cooper Pratt, the rookie, takes a ball on the outside corner. Excuse me, a strike on the outside corner. Just got word that's a base hit for Garrett Mitchell. On a ground ball to the first baseman, Manzardo, who had a tough time with it. Here's the 0-1. Pratt takes it down low.
Rod Carew would hit 400 if he were still playing today.
Very generous scoring for the home side. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, ground ball to the second baseman, Bazzana. He's up with it. Throws on to first in time for the out. Pratt's retired. Moving up to second is Mitchell, 2 down in the inning. 1-0 Brewers. Here's David Hamilton. Hamilton, the speedy third baseman, tried to bunt his way on and was thrown out by Ciccone on a good play. That was his first time up in the third inning. Here's the pitch to him. In there for a strike. Well, but for the Brewers, maybe it is bullpen help that they want to try and pursue. They've had a lot of pitching injuries this year. They're working through it. The 0-1, swing and a miss. 0-2 the count.
They traded Freddie Peralta this winter. You hear his name a lot being available. We'll see on Tarek Skubal.
Boy, that knocking on the door for a team that goes to the postseason a lot. Here's the 0-2. Down low, 1-2.
What about the guy with the Angels? Would Soriano ever be a guy the Angels would try to get a boatload? Where are they going?
Yeah, his stuff's as good as anybody.
But, I mean, the Angels are they the worst team in the American League? Yep.
Here's the 1-2. Down low, 2-2.
I mean,
it doesn't seem like they ever want to go the rebuilding route, though, as much.
Well, this is working well.
But yeah,
be 10 games under every year.
Now the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ciccone continues to throw well, and we'll head to the 6th inning. It's 1-0, the Brewers over the Guardians.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Well, we've got another white knuckler, 5 in the books. It's a 1-0 Milwaukee lead on a line drive homer to right center by Bryce Terang. Top of the order follows Austin Hedges, the number 9 hitter, takes a curveball strike from the lefty, Robert Gasser, who came in with an ERA of almost 6.5. He struck out 4, walked 2. Cleveland has 1 hit. There's a strike to Hedges, down in the count 0-2. Well, this is the really worrisome part now for Cleveland. The pitch, Hedges fouling it back and out of play, still 0-2. Where is the offense going to come from when your 3 best offensive players, or at least 3 of your best, are all out of the lineup at the same time? Now the 0-2 pitch. High. The incomparable Jose Ramirez. Now Angel Martinez, who had 11 homers, 33 RBIs, and Chase DeLauder. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Hedges, and he pops one up foul behind the plate, drifting into the seats. Tom Hamilton back with you, along with Jim Rosenhaus. Ryan Elliott with us in the booth here in Wisconsin. Back in Ohio, Brian Motze. 1 run, 3 hits Milwaukee, no runs, 1 hit Cleveland, 6th inning. Robert Gasser. He's pitched well. The pitch. And Hedges bangs a single through the hole on the left side into left. 2nd Cleveland hit. Now top of the order, 3rd look for Travis Bazzana. Bazzana, 2 flyouts. Gasser is a guy that is a California kid who started pitching collegiately at the University of New Mexico in Albuquerque before he transferred. The pitch and a check swing strike. Finished his collegiate career at the University of Houston. The pitch, breaking ball outside, 1-1 on Bazzana. Now the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Cleveland has not played well. Now, they haven't played much here. The only time they played well here is when they played the Anaheim Angels in 2007 in this park. The 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball strike, 2-2. We haven't had a challenge yet tonight. Remember, Cleveland had the 21 inches of snow during the home opener against Seattle. And then temperatures never got above freezing, way outside. So all 4 games were lost against Seattle, and the next 3 would have been lost against the Angels. That would have been 7 games to make up at the start of 2007. Instead, Cleveland and the Angels played the 3-game series right here. The payoff, swung on, line shot to center. Coming on to reach up and snag that bullet is Mitchell. 1 down. Cleveland did well against the Angels here. That would be the year they got one win away from the World Series. But playing Milwaukee here, Cleveland lifetime 2-8. And they're down 1-0 tonight. Runner at first, 1 out, 6th inning. Brian Rocchio, 0 for 2 batting right-handed. The set and the pitch. Fouled it back, strike one. The worry that, of course, manager Stephen Vogt has, thinking of Eric Wedge and those 07 Indians, who had such a memorable year before Boston ended the dream. The 0-1, backdoor curve, a strike, 0-2. But Voter and the hitting department, their worry is now, without so many offensive weapons, do other guys try to do too much? And then that's when you get into big trouble. The 0-2, got him swinging. Rocchio chased one up. 5 strikeouts for Gasser. That'll bring up Rhys Hoskins. That'll bring out manager Pat Murphy. He's going to make a bullpen move here, and well, you know that they have to be thrilled with what they got from Robert Gasser tonight, who had an ERA of almost 6.5. But he leaves with a 1-0 lead here in the 6th inning. This call to the bullpen presented by Spartan Storm Shield, the roof system to last your lifetime. Visit SpartanStormShield.com. We'll be back.
Is your roof protecting your home or putting it at risk? Roof damage often starts small and stays unnoticed until it leads to costly repairs. Spartan Storm Shield, a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians, is...
I'm Jonathan Nahum, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because
in 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Right-hander Jeff Kuhnel on to face Rhys Hoskins. Runner on, 2 down, 6th inning. 1-0 Milwaukee. Kuhnel is a guy that throws mid-90s, fastball, sinker, cutter, curve, slider, change. Kuhnel, the set and the pitch to Hoskins. And it's on the outer edge, a called strike. Kuhnel is making his 29th appearance, most of those with the Athletics. Milwaukee just got him. 1-2 record, 4.40 ERA, 4 saves. That pitch missing, 1-1. Kuhnel came from the Athletics June 6th for money. That pitch low, ball 2, 2-1. Kuhnel has pitched with the Reds, Houston, Tampa, the Athletics, and now Milwaukee. What a job tonight by Robert Gasser. 1-0 Milwaukee, 6th inning. Runner on, 2 down. The pitch way outside. Yanked that slider or cutter. 3-1 the count. So good hitter scout for Hoskins. Here's the delivery, and he takes the strike on the inside corner. Boy, that's the pitch that you look for Rhys Hoskins to do damage on, middle in. And he took it. And the count now is full. So off at first will be Hedges. The payoff. Swung on, yanked to left down the line. Fair ball. Hitchcock kicks off the sidewall back into fair territory. Hedges being held at third. He wanted to score, but he is stopped there by Reagular. Austin Hedges at third. Rhys Hoskins with his 12th double. And Cleveland with a tying run at third. The go-ahead run at second. But now 2 down. David Fry being lifted for a pinch hitter. This will be Daniel Schneemann. Out to the mound is catcher William Contreras. So Cleveland's got a chance. Now, they've had other chances tonight. They've not been able to get the clutch hit. Can Schneemann deliver off the bench in a pinch hit role? You look at the opportunities Cleveland let get away, and they get bigger by the inning. Out to the mound now is the pitching coach, Chris Hook. But Cleveland had first and second, nobody out in the second. Then Cleveland had a runner at second, nobody out in the fourth. And tonight, so far, with men in scoring position, Cleveland 0-for-5. But Daniel Schneemann trying to make that a moot point. 2 down, second and third occupied. 1-0 Milwaukee, 6th inning. Kunal is ready. Here it comes. And it's fouled at the plate. Let's pause for a station ID. Well, hopefully the FCC doesn't rain thunder on Brian Matze. 4 minutes late on the ever-critical station ID. 1-0 Brewers, 6th inning. Now the 0-1 pitch. Schneemann takes strike 2. 0-2 the count. Daniel Schneemann this year as a pinch hitter, 1 for 4. Kunal's ready. Here it comes. Way outside, 1-2. Robert Gasser, 5 2/3 scoreless innings, allowed 1 hit, struck out 5, walked 2. Now the 1-2. Outside and low, 2-2. That was a sinker down and away that he couldn't get him to offer at in the upper 90s. 97 miles per hour. Almost 98. Now the 2-2. Swung on, rolled it to second. Terang gloves, throws out Schneemann. And once again, Milwaukee survives. 1-0 Brewers, middle of the 6th.
Shot to Sherwin-Williams.
And there's a shot into left field. Stanton on his way around to score. And the Yankees are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and driving a couple of runs. Franked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave Wills around. Plays to third. 5-0 New York. Another one head for no man's land, but Harrison Bader read it well. Former Gold Glover comes up to make a very nice catch for the guy they call Big G, who has driven in a run with the 3rd straight hit to open the 5th inning. Chopper for Jazz, hot shot, and he makes the catch. That got out there on a line, and he's telling Jose Caballero, "You see that?" I could watch Jazz Chisholm play. I mean, he plays with such joy. Only David Cohn, Ron Guidry, and Mel Stottlemyre had opening day starts of 6+ innings with 2 or fewer hits and no runs allowed.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards. Because to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
Now, Slade Ciccone, this is 3 consecutive dominant performances. 1-0, Milwaukee up, 6th inning, top of the order, Christian Yelich, and he takes, and it's a little inside, ball 1. Stuart Fairchild moves from center to right. Daniel Schneemann now in center field. Ciccone, he's ready, and the pitch, and it's outside and high. 2-0. Ciccone hasn't walked a batter, has struck out 3. The pitch, check swing, strike call. This is one of the longest games, or at least about as deep into a game as we have gone without an ABS challenge. The pitch just nicked the outside corner, and that tells you how good Ryan Additon, the home plate umpire, has been tonight. 2-2 the count. Now the pitch, and Yelich swings and misses. Strikeout number 4 for Slade Ciccone. The only run in this game of Bryce Terang, line drive homer to right center in the 4th. Milwaukee has 3 hits total off Ciccone. Here's Jackson Chiriot. Flied out, struck out looking. First pitch down and away, ball 1. Ciccone's ready, back partially turned to the hitter, sets, fires, and missed wide, 2-0. Boy, Kansas City is in big trouble. They and the Angels' worst record in the American League, both 29-44, and they're getting beat again. The pitch, swing and a foul upstairs, right side, 2-1. Just hard to figure out what's gone wrong with the Royals. They've had injuries too, and now Vinny Pasquantino, like Jose Ramirez, broken hamate hand surgery. Tonight the Royals losing in D.C. The pitch popped up into the home plate seats, foul, 2-2. 6-3, Washington on top. They're in the 8th inning. Toronto with a 4-1 lead over Boston, 8th inning. The Yankees pummeling the White Sox 11-2. 6th inning in the Bronx. Minnesota beating up Texas 7-0 in the 4th. Now the 2-2 to Chiriot in the dirt, full count. Colorado leading the Cubs 3-2 in the 4th. St. Louis a 2-1 lead over San Diego in the 5th. Reds now up on the Mets 5-3 in the 6th. Now the payoff pitch, and it's ball 4 outside, first walk. So Chiriot with 5 steals heads to first, and the Brewers try to run at every opportunity. Detroit leads Houston 1-0 in the 4th. Giants lead Atlanta 3-2, but a rain delay in the 2nd inning in Georgia. Philadelphia buried Miami today 8-2. Here's Terang, a single and a homer, and he takes the strike. 1-0 Milwaukee, bottom of the 6th, 1 out, 1 on. The scoreboard update presented by your Northeast Ohio Ford dealers. Now the 0-1 pitch. Big curveball, just a tick inside. 1-1. On the Bradometer, Rosie's at 5 and counting. The pitch, swung on, ripped foul, second deck, left field line. 1-2 the count.
When did they install the Bradometer here? Is that last year?
Don't change the subject. 5 and counting. Now the 1-2. Just missed down. 2-2. As always, a big crowd here in Milwaukee. 30,025. Now the pitch, swung on, fouled upstairs. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Milwaukee, a unique sports market. They have the Milwaukee Bucks. They have Marquette University. Now the 2-2 pitch. Inside, full count. And 2 hours north, the Green Bay Packers, who used to play 3 games a year at Old County Stadium, but now all of the games played at Lambeau Field. But a lot of Milwaukee folks trek north. Now the payoff pitch. Runner goes, pitch outside, back-to-back walks. So Ciccone, who's been so good at pounding the strike zone, in trouble now. Pitching coach Carl Willis heading to the mound. Colin Holderman, the right-hander, getting ready. Eric Sabrowski will go out and pitch tomorrow night on a rehab assignment, and Cleveland is hoping that that'll be enough for Eric Sabrowski, who is chomping at the bit to get back here. Brewers at first and second. 1 down, 6th inning. And the way Milwaukee pitches, Slade, Ciccone, and everybody in that third base dugout know that one mistake and this game could be over. Milwaukee is third, check that, 4th. So they're third in all of baseball, 5.5 runs a game. 4th in all of baseball, giving up 3.5 runs a game. That's why they have the second best run differential in the game. They have outscored their opponents by 112 runs. Only the Dodgers are better in all of baseball. Here's Contreras taking a strike. On the other hand, Cleveland is 6th in all of baseball in pitching. 3.75 ERA, so 2 of the best pitching staffs in the game. Now the 0-1, fouled at the plate, 0-2. Contreras' brother having a good year with the Boston Red Sox. Brewers at first and second, 1 out, 6th inning. 1-0 Milwaukee. Now the set, the 0-2 pitch. Down and away, slider missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Slade Ciccone at 81 pitches. Hasn't been as sharp this inning command-wise. But boy, he's pitched well. He fires. Contreras swings, bangs it up the middle. And a sliding stop. Rocchio backhanded throw to second one. Bazzana's throw a little wide. Wouldn't have mattered. Contreras beat it out. Rocchio, a heck of a play on this lightning quick infield on a ball banged up the middle. went to a sliding stop going towards second, then a backhanded flip to get the force at second, and that'll precipitate a pitching change as we will see Colin Holderman enter as we take this time out. Brewers at the corners, 2 down in the 6th, 1-0 Milwaukee.
Is your roof protecting your home or putting it at risk? Roof damage often starts small and stays unnoticed until it leads to costly repairs. Spartan Storm Shield, a proud partner of the Cleveland Guardians, is offering a free roof.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Boomer is the dog. Said he looked good. Just follow this picture all the way. And there he is. Boomer's dad.
That was kind of a change from the everyday thing that we normally do as far as baseball cards are concerned.
Hey, I have a Labrador. Where's my card?
You know, a little bit different, and it turned out to be a fun experience.
It was just when the camera crew tried to leave that there was a problem. You can't leave.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, is the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Well, what a go-to guy this has become. Colin Holderman, the hard-throwing righty, upper 90s sinker, slider, few curveballs. First and third, Milwaukee leading 1-0. And Jake Bowers, the left-handed slugger, to the plate. Holderman now a 173 earned run average in 22 outings and a 144 batting average against. Bowers 0 for 2. The set, the pitch. Fouled it back, strike one. Heck of an effort by Slade Ciccone so far. Charged with 1 run on 3 hits, 5 2/3, struck out 4, walked 2. The pitch, and it's in there, called strike, good breaking ball. That might have been the curveball that time. 0-2. Holderman, hands set, belt high, checks third, lets it fly, and dipped it low on another curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, couldn't get Bowers to chase. The set, the pitch, outside. What's made Holderman so good, prior to tonight, he's come into a game with 9 runners on base and allowed 1 to score. That's why ERAs sometimes are so misleading. Bullpen guys give up somebody else's runs. The more important stat is, how many inherited runners have you allowed to score? Holderman's been almost perfect. Now the 2-2 pitch. Inside all the way to the backstop, but it hit him. Racing home was Churio, but that ball glanced off Bowers. The bases are loaded for Andrew Vaughn. So bases full of Brewers. Looked like he yanked the slider that got him in the foot. Churio at third, Contreras at second, Bowers now at first. And a pinch hitter for Andrew Vaughn. Sal Frelick, left-handed batter, will hit for Vaughn. Frelick batting .229, 3 homers, 25 RBIs. But he has been tremendous as a pinch hitter. 3 hits in 5 at-bats. The pitch, and it caught the outer edge, a called strike. Bases loaded, 1-0 Brewers. The pitch, swung on, broke a bad roller up the middle. Lozano with a flip to second. Rocchio got there, then hurdled the sliding Bowers to end the inning. Good job by Colin Holderman. And so it stays, Milwaukee 1, Cleveland 0.
High heat at 98. There's a fastball up. It's swung on and missed. Strike 3. Third strikeout for Yamamoto. He knows what he wants to throw here. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch to Maidrov. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Got him. Throw him a slider. Maidrov chased it. That's 15 in a row. And Yoshinobu Yamamoto is perfect through 5 innings. The 3-2. Tipped into the glove. Strike 3.
Went with a 3-2 cutter, and he had tied him up earlier with that pitch. Gets a good part of the plate, but able to put him away.
On a 2-2, Antonacci strikes out swinging. Swing and a miss. He got him. Threw a splitter in the dirt. He strikes out Antonacci for the second time, and that's 19 straight retired for Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
And the bottom fell out of that pitch.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger, in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Aaron Ashby, a left-hander, is coming on now to pitch for Milwaukee. Sal Frelick stays in the game in right. Jake Bowers moves in from right to play first. 1-0 Milwaukee. Ashby will face Kyle Manzardo and bounces the breaking ball in there. Ashby, upper 90s sinker, plus the curve, slider, and the changeup. Manzardo has walked and flied out. The set and delivery. Fastball strike. 1-1. So far this year, Ashby in 31 outings, 9 wins out of the bullpen. 9-0 with a 2.72 ERA. In there is the called strike on a slider. 9-0 out of the bullpen. 59 strikeouts in 43 innings. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on a slider. Ashby takes care of Kyle Manzardo. Here's Stuart Fairchild. 2 more strikeouts tonight. Fairchild is now 3 for 14 with 10 strikeouts. Cleveland at first and second, nobody out in the second. Runner at second, nobody out in the fourth, and never got those runners even to third. That pitch down and in, ball 1. So Milwaukee 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error, 5 left. Cleveland no runs, 3 hits, 1 error, 4 stranded. We're in the 7th. Ashby's pitch, and a breaking ball dips low, 2-0. Hunter Gaddis warming in the Cleveland pen. Jeff Kunal, a third of a scoreless inning, gave up a hit. Good outing for starter Robert Gasser. The pitch. Up high, 3-0. Gasser blanked Cleveland on 1 hit in 5 2/3. Terrific outing, Slade Ciccone. Gave up 1 run in 5 2/3. Well, 2 of the best pitching staffs in the game, and it's a 1-0 game. The pitch. That's a strike. 3-1 on Fairchild. The big left-hander's ready. Here it comes. Inside, he almost hit him. Fairchild with a walk. Those are the walks that drive managers either crazy or into a different line of work. When you walk a guy that has not been hitting late in a game, here's Stephen Kwan taking a called strike. Ashby is a big man. And Ashby is a guy that is one of the better left-handed setup guys in the game that you probably haven't heard much about. Maybe because he throws here in Milwaukee. But he's been consistently a force in that Brewer bullpen. The pitch, and it got away from Contreras. Kicks to the left, and Fairchild moves up to second. That's the tying run at second with 1 out in the 7th. That's again why when you walk a guy, it's like, Wild pitch. Now base hit here ties it. The set and delivery. Kwan takes the strike. 1-2. Stephen Kwan, ground out double play, fly out to left. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and fouled it to the left. Boy, was he late on that fastball. I mean, that was almost in the catcher's glove. And Kwan spoiled it. 97 miles an hour. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Chase the slider down and away. 2 down. Here's Gabriel Arias. 1 for 2, a single. Nothing Brewers. Tying run at second. 2 down, 7th. Arias takes a called strike. Backdoor curve. Now the 0-1. Swung on line drive, base hit to right field. Fairchild will try to score. Frelick's throw to the play on 1 bounce, safe on a slide at the plate by Fairchild, and 2-second on the throw to the plate is Gabriel Arias. Looked like a curveball away, and Arias lined it to right and has tied the game at 1, and that's again what we get back to. When Arias takes the ball the way it was pitched, that was a curveball away, stayed on it and drove it the other way, he can be dangerous. But how about Ashby's walk of Fairchild and then the wild pitch? Here's Austin Hedges. 1 for 2, a single. The pitch, down low, a ball. It's not to say Fairchild could not have hit his way on, but he hadn't to this point. And if you're Ashby, you got to go right at him. The 1-0. Swung on, grounded to third. Hamilton has it. Double clutch, bounced the throw to first. falling down but making the catch and keeping his foot on the bag is Jake Bowers. He just saved Hamilton a throwing error, and that would have been a run that would have scored for Cleveland. But the Guardians tied at 1. Stretch time here in the Dairyland State.
We have a couple things out here for the first acknowledged unassisted triple play. And Cy Young said, Neil, where you go? And he said, 3 outs.
Neil Ball had a fairly short career as a big leaguer, but continued playing in the minors, where he encountered true baseball royalty.
Now we're going to connect to Babe Ruth.
He dominated the game like no one else had before.
I'm holding Babe Ruth's bat.
During a 1934 baseball barnstorming tour of Japan, Ruth faced 17-year-old pitcher Eiji Sawamura. Sawamura became a hero in Japan, and the Nippon Professional Baseball League's version of the Cy Young Award bears his name. Maeda won the award in 2010 and again in 2015, when the runner-up was Shohei Ohtani.
First pitch crushing! Oh, man!
Like the 3 outs of a triple play. It all connects. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
You can save up to $1 a gallon with the Marathon Rewards app.
That last one was pretty good. Marathon, where fun runs on full.
Available at participating Marathon locations. Terms and conditions apply. See marathonrewards.com for details.
It'll be the bottom third of the Milwaukee lineup against Hunter Gaddis. We've got a 1-1 game. Bottom of the 7th, Garrett Mitchell 1 for 2 with a single. And the pitch, and it's in there. Gaddis fastball slider change. Appearance number 23, a win, a save, 11 holds, a 3.86 ERA. Mitchell left-handed batter, 1 for 2. The pitch, outside a changeup. Colin Holderman, 1/3 of a scoreless inning after a terrific start by Slade Ciccone. Now the 1-1. Down low, 2-1. Guardians and Seattle. That homestand will begin a week from this Friday night. Cleveland on a 9-game road trip. Be dollar dogs and fireworks. Get your tickets. The pitch, swung and pounded. Deep right center, Brewers lead it again. Second deck for Garrett Mitchell. His 5th home run. A no doubt about it blast to the second deck in right center. And just like that, it's 2-1 Milwaukee on a 440-foot bomb. I mean, Garrett Mitchell got a slider that did nothing. There is Cooper Pratt in his Major League debut. 2 groundouts tonight, the young shortstop. The pitch, and he fouls it upstairs, strike 1. Cooper Pratt was drafted in the 6th round by Milwaukee out of high school. He's a Mississippi kid, and he came in the draft in 2023. The 0-1 in there, a strike, 0-2. So Terang and Mitchell have hit solo home runs to right center. And Milwaukee back up 2-1 after Cleveland tied it in the top half of this inning. Now the 0-2. Swung on, fouled upstairs. We'll do it again at 0-2. Pratt was only hitting .241 in AAA. The pitch, high, 1-2. But Milwaukee desperate for offense. The left side of the infield has given them so little offensively. They DFA'd their third baseman today, Luis Rengifo. That pitch swung on a weak squibbler, headed to first. Manzardo with a flip to Gaddis, one down. And the slick fielding Joey Ortiz on the bench, at least for tonight. Here's David Hamilton. Looks like Hamilton and Ortiz will do some platooning at third, and they're not going to play Pratt every day at short. Ortiz is such a gifted defender, but he's not hit much. David Hamilton, 0 for 2. 1 out, nobody on. 7th inning, Brewers back up 2-1. Gaddis lets it fly. And Hamilton takes the strike. This guy leads the major leagues in bunt hits with 10. That's why Cleveland's in at both first and third. Now the 0-1. Swung on, fouled back 0-2. The electrified Toyota Tundra Hybrid is engineered and built here in the U.S. For all Toyota offers, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. Gaddis is ready. Here it comes. Swung on, jam job, rolled to second. Pisano will have to hurry. Got him. 2 down. Top of the order now, Christian Yelich, 0 for 3. 2 outs, nobody on. Milwaukee 2, Cleveland 1. Hits have been few and far between. Each club with 4 base hits. Ironically, Milwaukee not a home run hitting team. 2 tonight. Yelich lines it up the middle off the glove of Gaddis. Picks it up to the right of the mound. Throws him out. So it's 2-1 Brewers on the Mitchell bomb. We go to the 8th on the Cleveland Clinic Radio Network. Top of the order, top of the 8th, 2-1 Milwaukee, left on left. Aaron Ashby's pitch. It swung on and missed as Travis Bazzana has flied out twice to center, lined out to center. Now the 0-1. Down low, 1-1. Marathon's here to keep you and your team fueled all summer long. Marathon driven together. What's funny, when you go to different states, Rosie, how different the price of gas is.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Way cheaper in Wisconsin and Indiana than Ohio. That pitch outside, 2-1. Then go to Cal. Oh, we have our first challenge of the night. Brewers challenge. And the Brewers lose. Go to California, and then gas is about $1 more than anywhere in the country.
Out west, forget it.
So the count 2-1 on Travis Bazzana. Ashby's ready. Here it comes. Up high, 3-1. Talk about gas. Cleveland needs a little for its offense. Can Bazzana get it going in the 8th? The pitch. And he almost got hit. So he's aboard, and that's a critical leadoff walk. Remember, Ashby walked Fairchild last inning, and it cost him the only run that Cleveland has. And now he leads off the 8th inning, walking the leadoff man. And Pat Murphy, just like his good friend Stephen Vogt, he sends his pitching coach to the mound. Both these managers are back-to-back two-time managers of the year in their first 2 years as major league managers. Of course, Pat Murphy didn't get the job until his mid-60s, and Eric Wedge got the job 1 year post-retirement, or not post-retirement. He coached 1 year, but 1 year after playing, as the Brewers will make a pitching change. But how about the good friends? When's the last time we've had 2 managers in 2 different leagues win it back-to-back years?
And much less in their first 2 years as major league managers.
Incredible.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work, and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales, and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
Clayton and Ellen's kids throughout the ceremonial first pitches. The spray pattern was interesting. It was creative. I like that.
Yeah, this guy actually left the house today and said, you know what, honey? I'm going to bring my hamburger head to the ballpark today.
Marshawn Lynch earlier this afternoon had a base hit up the middle, but hurt his hand. A handful of bees right there.
No idea what Scooble was thinking. And this place is rocking now.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Is the call of the marathon mascot bald eagle, Max.
Hi, it's Max.
Hello.
You know you can save up to $1 a gallon with the Marathon Rewards app?
No. Thanks for the call.
Marathon, where fun runs on full. Available at participating marathon locations. Terms and conditions apply. See marathonrewards.com for details.
All right, the Brewers go to their bullpen, holding on to a 2-1 lead. And Brian Roquio will step to the plate and bat left-handed. And this is the right-hander, Abner Uribe, who will face Roquio, who's 0 for 3 in the first pitch, missing ball 1. Abner Uribe. With a tying run on, nobody out. Hands belt high, lets it fly, and Brian Rocchio sends it back and out of play, strike one.
All right, Tommy, you were mentioning earlier about Stephen Vogt saying that the team doesn't need to do too much to try and replace Ramirez. Rocchio in the number 2 spot in the order really needs to keep that in mind.
Now the set, now the pitch. Swung on a little lazy fly in the left. Easy play for Churio. One down. That'll bring up Rhys Hoskins. He's 1 for 3 with a double. Abner Uribe, 6'3", 205, 25 years of age. He only throws 2 pitches. A sinker 2/3 of the time, and the other pitch a slider. Throws a sinker in the upper 90s. Righty encounter. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. The set and delivery. Way outside off the glove of Contreras to the backstop. And the wild pitch puts Bazana in scoring position as the tying runs at second with 1 down. 2-1 Milwaukee in the 8th. This is deja vu. Last inning, Cleveland got a walk, a wild pitch, and an RBI single. Now in the 8th, a walk and a wild pitch. And 1 down for Rhys Hoskins. The 1-1 offering. Swing and a foul back. Boy, he came right at him at 98 miles per hour. Uribe, in 26 outings, 4 wins, 5 saves, ERA 3.65. They have 6 guys in the bullpen with saves this year. Now the 1-2, and before it's made, throw to second. Easy dive back for Bazana, who's safe by a mile. Of course, the reason Milwaukee has all those people with saves, they don't have Cade Smith in their bullpen. Now the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Man, he's got some kind of sinker. Hoskins out number 2. That'll bring up Daniel Schneemann at a pinch hit ground out. And that pinch hitting assignment came in the 6th, stayed in the game. Now playing center field. Tying run at second. Cleveland tonight with men in scoring position, 1-4-10. The pitch. Inside, down low, to the backstop. Another wild pitch puts Bazana at third. And the way this guy is uncorking him, that might be Cleveland's chance to score, maybe on a third wild pitch. Again, remember, this is a lightning quick natural grass surface. You hit a hard ground ball here, usually gets through the infield. Now the pitch to Schneemann. And he tried to hold up and chased. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Bazana at third. 2-1 Milwaukee in the 8th. White Sox getting tattooed. 12-2 in the Bronx. Now the 1-1. Outside and low, 2-1. Detroit and Houston, 1-1 in the 6th. Here, 2-1 Milwaukee, 8th inning. Gabriel Arias, RBI single for Cleveland's only run in the 7th. Now the 2-1 delivery. Swung on, fouled upstairs, 2-2. Brewer runs coming on homers to right center by Bryce Terang and Garrett Mitchell. Each team 4 hits, Milwaukee up 2-1. And both these clubs have an affinity for winning close games. The 2-2. High, full count. Well, I tell you what, this guy looks maximum effort. You can see why he can uncork some wild pitches. He has some kind of live arm. The payoff to Schneemann. Down and in, he walked him. Threw him a slider. So the Guardians have runners at the corners for Kyle Manzardo with 2 down. Manzardo's got those goofy splits this year that, it's just one of the things about baseball that it's hard to explain, but he's hitting .364 against left-handers, and he's a left-handed batter. .213 against right-handed pitching. He faces a righty now. Uribe's pitch. Check swing outside a ball. Milwaukee challenges.
The catcher sounds and pitch.
It was a ball. Brewers are out of challenges. Cleveland hasn't challenged yet. Lozana at third, Schneemann at first, 2 down 8th inning, 2-1 Milwaukee in front of over 30,000. The pitch, swing and a miss, threw it by him, up around the letters, 1-1 the count. Outfield spread out, medium deep or so for Kyle Manzardo. The next offering, swung and fouled it, third base side, into the second deck, and a 1-2 count. And this guy is sitting 98 miles an hour, and all he is throwing, Manzardo, is the sinker. Which tells you he does not think Manzardo can catch up to his fastball. Down the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled it, second deck, third base side. That is 100 miles per hour on that sinker. 2-1 Brewers, Guardians at the corners, 2 down 8th inning. Guardians and PNC Bank go to bat for small business. PNC Bank honoring 6 local businesses making a difference in the community. Now the 1-2. Got him swinging on a slider. So Cleveland's woes continue in the lack of clutch hitting, as tonight with men in scoring position 1-for-11.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
You could see a lot of different characters at the ballpark, and this week brought out some of the best.
I just hope that whatever was going on with that hot dog, that dog now owned that hot dog. I have not seen a cup on the bottom of a spike.
This is more of a hand grenade than it was a throw toward second.
Osuna hits one into the cone.
So look up and look out.
That bat exploded, and the Mariners haven't blown it up.
Florida man's a real thing, right?
Tarps off. Freebird time at Busch.
Fantastic entertainment.
Hats off and shirts off for the top defensive plays of the week.
Towards the side rail, he crashes into the wall, and he made the catch.
Another stop by Peraza, throw from his back, and he got it.
Now, look if you dare, I shall not drop the ball.
Church is gonna make a diving catch.
Holy smokes, what a catch by Julio Rodriguez. Into the dugout, flips into the dugout. Did he hold on? He did.
How about that?
Available at participating Marathon locations. Terms and conditions apply. See marathonrewards.com for details.
Matt Festa's on to pitch for Cleveland as we go to the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 Brewers. Jackson Churio, the batter, takes a strike. Hunter Gaddis worked an inning, gave up the 1 run on the home run. Festa, .430 ERA, 30 appearances, a win, a save. The pitch, Churio lines one back up the middle on one hop in shallow center, fielded by Rocchio, who throws out Churio. A line drive that Rocchio fielded in center field as it got to the outfield on one hop right at the end. 1 down. Here's Bryce Terang. A single, a homer, a walk. A left-handed batting second baseman, one of the better players in the game. Pitch up and away, a ball. And again, maybe doesn't get the recognition due him because he plays in a market the size of Milwaukee. Pitch outside. It's the smallest market in Major League Baseball. And yet they still average nearly 32,000 per game. Now the 2-0 bullseye and the count 2-1. Terang with 11 homers, 43 RBIs. How about Milwaukee? You look at their lineup. They have 3 batters in a row with 40 RBIs or more. Check swing bouncer towards short. Arias cuts in front. Third baseman guns down Terang. 2 down. Cleveland doesn't have anybody with 40 RBIs, and the Brewers have 3 hitting back to back to back. Here's William Contreras, 0 for 3, righty-righty matchup. 2 outs, nobody on, 8th inning. 2-1 Brewer lead. Festa sets, Festa fires. Up and in, ball 1. In the 9th inning for Cleveland. Slated to hit. Stuart Fairchild, Stephen Kwan, Gabriel Arias. The pitch fouled to the upper deck behind the plate. 1-1 the count. Now on the bench are Petey Halpin and Chase DeLauder, but we're not sure that DeLauder is able to swing the bat, dealing with a hairline fractured rib. The pitch fouled upstairs again, and the count 1-2, and they really wanted to give DeLauder another day off. So we shall see, but I would think here's the 1-2, check swing, breaking ball away, 2-2. Rosie, if we don't see DeLauder in the 9th inning, like maybe bat for Stuart Fairchild, that to me would raise a red flag, wouldn't it? The pitch, swing and a miss. So I have to cut Rosie off because it's a commercial. We'll talk about it when we come back. 2-1. Brewers have the lead with the 9th inning next.
Breaking ball lined into the gap in right center and in for a hit.
And that was a botch of what should have been a single.
It sure was. Went right off the heel of Teoscar Hernandez's glove when he boxed it.
I mean, Torkelson threw a BB overhand. He couldn't catch it.
How about that? First ball to the rookie making his major league debut. He loses it in the sun.
He has taken it to a new level here today against the Red Sox. He was absolutely overpowering. 13 strikeouts. That is a career high.
Going back is Reynolds at the wall. Up, and he makes the catch to Rob Ohtani of the home run.
Nando to left. Bidet going back. It is gone! Up over the fence on a line!
The stutter step at third is back. A game winner against the Reds. It's your first big league home run off Shohei Ohtani. Do you feel lucky? A 2-home run night hitting hero Pittsburgh.
High drive. Out of here. This game is over.
Right-handed Trevor McGill. He only has 2 pitches, but one's an upper 90s fastball, and the other's a curve. And he'll try to get the save for Milwaukee, 2-1 in the ninth. McGill, 8 saves, 10 opportunities, earned run average 432. It will not be Chase DeLauder batting. It will be Petey Helpin. And again, Chase DeLauder day-to-day with a hairline fracture of the rib, but it's not inconceivable, Rosie, that he's headed for the injured list.
And at least for this night, a couple of days removed from the injury, he's just not ready yet. And again, it remains to be seen if he will be.
So Petey Helpin just up from Columbus with the broken foot suffered by Angel Martinez. McGill, the hard-throwing righty, lets it rip. Helpin taking a strike. Petey Helpin batting 167. 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter. Much of the year spent in Columbus. 2-1. Brewers in the ninth. The pitch. Swing and a foul tip at the plate. Chase that curveball in the dirt. 1-1 the count. Stephen Kwan and Gabriel Arias to follow. Now the set, now the 0-2. Swing and a miss, threw it right by him. 1 down here in the ninth. Cleveland's only run coming on a Gabriel Arias 2-out RBI single. Cleveland did have opportunities. First and second, nobody out in the second. Runner at second, nobody out in the fourth. In both innings, Cleveland never got that runner with nobody out at second to third. Here's Stephen Kwan 0 for 3, down and away ball 1. And those are the little things when you play a club like Milwaukee that are haunting when you don't get good situational hitting. Part of that's due to the Brewer pitchers. The pitch in there, called strike. 1-1 the count on Stephen Kwan. Boy, does Cleveland need Stephen Kwan to get hot now. Not trying to put all of it on Stephen Kwan, but without Ramirez, Martinez, and DeLauder, the pitch swung on a weak chopper to the second baseman. Terang throws out Kwan. 2 down in the ninth. And Gabriel Arias, the last hope. His return from the first week in April with the injured hamstring has resulted in him getting 2 of Cleveland's hits here tonight. Cleveland has 4 hits in the game. Now the set. Now the pitch. Check swing, pitch down and away, ball 1. The pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's got a good curveball to go with that upper 90s octane. The next delivery in tight. Fans thought it was a strike. 2-1 Brewers, 2 down, 9th inning, nobody on. The set, the pitch, swing and a foul at the plate. Cleveland's down to its last strike. McGill's ready. Here it comes. Up and in, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. 2-1 Milwaukee. The payoff. Check swing. Did he go? Yes! Ball game's over. Arias strikes out to end it. Brewers win the opener 2-1.
When you tell someone what team you cheer for, do they apologize? Does your first childhood memory involve crying on a Jumbotron? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected from things like fire damage caused by violently unplugging the TV. Or an accidental overhand left to the drywall. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
Let's talk NOPEC. NOPEC uses the bulk buying power of nearly 1 million customers in over 250 Ohio communities to negotiate competitive electric and natural gas rates. They also work behind the scenes, challenging utility rate increases and fighting for consumer-friendly energy policies. For more than 25 years, NOPEC has been working to keep your energy bills affordable. Learn more at nopec.org or by calling NOPEC's 24/7 Customer Care Center.
Need new tires? Here's a tip. Skip the good old kick quality entirely. Get to your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer, the smart choice for tires without the footwork. Whatever you drive, any make or model, they've got you covered with a great selection of major tire brands. Expertly installed by certified pros. And the kicker? Your Ford dealer often has deals that beat dedicated tire shops. So, when it's time for new tires, roll with your Northeast Ohio Ford dealer.
Spend your summer Fridays at Progressive Field. The Guards take on the Mariners on June 26th. Start your night with Sugardale Dollar hot dogs and $2 Coors Light before first pitch. Then stick around after the final out for a Phantom Fireworks show presented by Line & Kugel. Get your tickets today at CLEGuardians.com.
Back here in Milwaukee, the Brewers.
You know what happened in 2014.
A World Series win for the San Francisco Giants.
Look at how clean that is. The gold, I don't know if you guys know what the gold means, but the gold means you are the World Series champions from the year before. But it's the honor of a lifetime, getting to win back-to-back World Series championships with 2 different teams.
Are on the board. First, it's 1-0 New York. Bouncer headed up the middle, and that's going to get through and drive in a couple of runs. Franked up and sent into the right center field gap. McMahon's going to score easily. They're going to wave